Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside Look, your video sneak peek into the newest issue of the world's favorite freshwater aquarium magazine. I'm your host, Alex Rose, Communications and Digital Media Editor over here at Amazonas. But before I introduce the fantastic fish that are featured in this issue, I'd like to start on a more somber note and begin by acknowledging the passing of some industry greats. Our first editorial is a memorial piece about the late Dr. Wayne Leibel, written by Paul Loisel. I never had the pleasure of meeting Wayne, but learning about his lifelong dedication to many facets of the aquarium hobby, particularly in the world of cichlids, was inspirational. He was a friend, a teacher, and a mentor to many, and this is a beautiful tribute to an amazing man. Directly following this is another tribute, this time to Aleck Brooks, a well-known and liked commercial sales representative at San Francisco Bay brand. This piece comes to us from Andy Schmidt and Jason Inepo on behalf of everyone at San Francisco Bay brand and Ocean Nutrition. He will be missed and his loss will not be felt lightly. The Amazonas team would like to give our thanks to the folks who graciously put their thoughts into words and extend the sincerest condolences to the families and friends of those we lost. We do have some good news though, and we're certain that it would have made both Wayne and Aleck happy. After years of discussions, the three largest national specialty tropical fish organizations have agreed to hold their annual conventions on the same weekend and under the same roof in 2022. The American Cichlid Association, the American Killifish Association, and the American Livebearer Association will have a combined convention in July of next year in Louisville, Kentucky, hosted by Louisville Tropical Fish Fanciers. Due to its location in the heart of bluegrass country, where horse racing is a mainstay, this event has been named the Triple Crown. We don't plan to miss it, and we hope you won't either. Now, I'm going to go back and introduce you to the fishes featured on our cover and continue on from there. This cover focuses on two fascinating groups of fishes, gudgeons and gobies. And you may have noticed right off the bat that the title Gudgeons and Gobies sounds an awful lot like Dungeons and Dragons. And if you did, there's a good chance you are a pretty cool, smart, and trendy person. That's what I tell myself every Saturday on game night anyway. As Courtney Tobler, our editor, explains, in D&D, the Dungeon Master acts as the referee and a narrator, a very similar role that you and I enact every day as aquarists. And just like in aquarium keeping, the triumphs and troubles in fish keeping teach us how to become seasoned, successful hobbyists capable of mediating harmonious aquariums. And now it is my pleasure to introduce you to our first gudgeon of the magazine, Microphysogobio tafangensis, the gorgeous sailfish gudgeon from Southeast China. The genus name plus the body style make it easy to mistake this animal for a goby, but it instead belongs to the Gobionidae family, not Gobiidae. The colorful fins on the males of the species are absolutely stunning, and the images in this cover story will draw you right in. Our next piece explores the unique and diverse gobies that inhabit the islands of the Indo-Pacific, in particular, the mountain gobies of the Philippines. This cover story addresses a range of topics, including island formation, speciation, biology, behavior, invasive species, and the complexity of these unique mountain fish communities. The adventure continues with a deep dive into species belonging to the genus Rhinogobius that hail from China and Taiwan. With more than 40 species of Rhinogobius in this part of the world, a comprehensive analysis of the genus would require an entire book. So this article focuses on just a few species that are good representatives of the group. As we keep moving through the magazine, we travel to the island of Madagascar to learn about the Jobamina, an endangered Malagasy cichlid. With a remarkably high level of endemism, it's no surprise that this fish species is found nowhere else on Earth. While this makes it very unique, this also means that it's extremely vulnerable, and without proper management and the protection of entire watersheds, there's little hope for its long-term survival. Our travels continue, this time taking us up into the Peruvian Andes. This trip through the highlands of some of the mightiest mountains on the planet reveals picturesque landscapes, environmental degradation, and some unusual catfishes living in hard-to-reach places. Next comes an extremely useful piece detailing the process of importing aquarium livestock. I was always under the impression that buying fish overseas as an individual and then bringing them back home with me would be a near impossibility. But thanks to this article, the prospect now seems much less daunting. Still lots of paperwork and hoops to jump through, of course, but doable and definitely worth the effort. Aquascaping comes next, and this article focuses on the importance of CO2 injection as the primary method for producing and maintaining lush, leafy plants. It seems the benefits of CO2 to the health and growth rate of aquatic plants far outweigh the perceived disadvantages. Moving along, we get to learn about culturing live foods for adult fishes. Water hog lice and California blackworms are the stars of this article, and it seems they're fairly straightforward to rear in outdoor tubs and ponds so they can be collected anytime as live foods for many aquarium inhabitants. The last goby featured in the magazine is Sychiopus Multisquamatus, a gorgeous little fish that hails from the Tamaraw Mountains in the northern Bird's Head Peninsula of New Guinea. This is a species of climbing goby with modified ventral fins that allow them to cling securely to substrates even in the strongest currents, while they scrape biocover from rocks with their large mouths and tiny teeth. Next is another installment of character introductions from the animated cartoon series Weird Waters. This time, we'll meet Von Kucha, an ornery frontosis cichlid that just wants to be left alone, and Mr. Titanic, a crotchety red-tailed shark that rides his pet cherry shrimp around as a scooter. These characters offer entertainment both on and off screen. Then there's our calendar, which is a listing of upcoming aquarium events, and you can find a complete listing on our website under the Events tab. Then we've got sources, our listing of local aquarium stores in the US, Great Britain, and Sweden, where you can buy Amazonas right off the shelf. Then we get a quick species spotlight of a beautiful and colorful little Dario species native to the Irrawaddy River Basin in northern Myanmar. And we close out the issue with a gorgeous image of a lovely half-moon blue marble betta sporting a full mask. Well, I think that does it for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this exclusive inside look at the current issue of Amazonas. If you liked this video, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and most importantly, subscribe to the magazine. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.